Sumansi Raman, political analyst, Rashid Kidwai, political analyst, R.K. Upadhyay, senior journalist. All three of them with me. A very good morning to all of you. I'd like to begin with Mr. Raman. Mr. Raman, yesterday we saw one nomination by the NDA. Today we're going to see another. Yesterday a rather muted nomination with just the Prime Minister and senior leadership along with, of course, Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan. Today, at least what we've been told, is going to be a show of strength of sorts. Lots of optics involved. I would reckon one of the reasons is because this is all that the opposition has, because ultimately numbers stand with the NDA. When you look at it, Sumansi Raman, the choice of the opposition, there were various tracks and various discussions that were on. Do you think they made an astute choice, even if it was political messaging or the optics of it? Or do you think it could have been a missed opportunity? Maybe you're going into elections in a state in Bihar, get somebody who's Dalit or, rather an EBC candidate, give out strong messaging in Bihar. Tamil Nadu is still a while away.
Yeah, I think as far as the India Alliance is concerned, they definitely missed a trick. They were going to lose. I mean, let's be very clear. Whoever the candidate was, whether it was a heavyweight or a lightweight, that candidate was going to lose, and everybody knows that. The bottom line is, could they have tried to score a political point by nominating somebody, say from Bihar, or nominating an OBC, or trying some trick out of the bag? Now that opportunity has been lost. Having said that, look, let's face it, you're not going to have 40 people cross voting. I mean, that's not going to happen. And it's not like, 3 votes or 4 votes is going to swing this. The difference is a solid, 38, 40. So that's not going to happen. So whatever the India Alliance did, it wasn't going to make a difference. Could they have, utilized the situation a little better? Maybe they could have. And I don't think that they were going to look at a candidate from Tamil Nadu just to placate the DMK. That wasn't going to happen, even though the DMK did sort of propose a couple of names. But they should have looked at least, because they talk so much about the, the caste equations, the reservations that they're going to increase if they come to power and so on. They could have utilized it better rather than find an upper caste Reddy from Andhra to sort of be their nominee.
All right, I just, stay on with me. I'm going to cut across to Rashid Kidwai, but visuals have started, coming in already. You have Justice, retired, of course, Sudarshan Reddy, who's right now in Parliament, flanked by all MPs of the opposition. Viewers, like I said, the opposition is going to try and make a meal of it, at least where optics work, are concerned. And they're doing exactly that. They'd like to project it as a show of strength with what we've been told. Even during the course of the day, you have the Chief Minister of Telangana who's going to be flying in. Other Chief Ministers of opposition ruled states might also be coming in. So in terms of political messaging, at least where the visuals of it is concerned, the opposition is looking to project a united front. I want to go across to Rashid Kidwai. Rashid Kidwai, what do you concur? Do you agree with Sumansi Raman, where he says that, look, this, for him, seems to be a missed opportunity, not just for him, for a lot of people? Rashid Kidwai, what was the grain, what was the thought behind it? Because right till the end, the Congress, the other opposition parties kept it under wraps that they were actually going to pick somebody possibly from Telangana or Andhra Pradesh, while the larger opinion seemed to have suggested somebody from Bihar could have been a better option.
So, Preeti, I beg to differ with Subhan, who is a dear friend of mine. See, the only opportunity, Preeti, was that if Mr. Dhankhar, this is a bizarre proposition, that if Mr. Dhankhar had agreed with the opposition and was able to convince him. Now, Mr. Dhankhar is not traceable at all. And so that would have become a very interesting choice. But other than that, there was no possibility of forcing any kind of, conscience vote.
Rashid, can I just come in for a second? Because you made a very interesting point, which was viewers. I just want to broaden that point there, because it was being speculated on social media, but Rashid Kidwai is actually suggesting the first choice of the opposition was somebody who was Mr. Dhankhar himself, but nobody really could contact him. Why, Rashid?
So, yeah, I think Mr. Dhankhar would be under a lot of, pressure to be silent and perhaps, not available to people like Kapil Sibal and all who enjoy good proximity. So that could have been the real coup, and that would have upset the, the ruling coalition's calculations. So short of that, there was no possibility. I think the India Alliance went for consensus. Remember, Justice Reddy is a choice of actually Trinamool Congress. So therefore, it's very difficult to keep Trinamool and Preeti, you cover Delhi daily basis to keep Trinamool and Aam Aadmi Party in the broader aspects of India Alliance. So in that sense, it's a thing, and there is no morality involved. So people are going to vote on expected lines. And the third front, which are not part of India Alliance or NDA, they tend to go with the winning side. So this is what happens. But I don't think they're going to make any impact in either in Tamil Nadu or in Bihar or elsewhere. It is just char din ki chandni till this vice presidential elections are concluded.
All right, well, that's a interesting way to put it, Rashid Kidwai. Char din ki chandni, just till about the next couple of days. You have the optics of it, and then you're going to be in and you're going to be out after that loss. But R.K. Upadhyay, and I want to also bring in my colleague Amit, who's been tracking all developments coming in. You can see those visuals this morning. You have, Mr. Sudarshan Reddy flanked by MPs of the opposition. Amit, what's the plan of action? I believe at least messaging, optics, they want to get in as many of the senior leadership of the opposition to come together to at least give out that message that, or a show of unity, strength.
Right, Preeti. And that is why that meeting in the Central Hall was conducted yesterday itself, where Justice B. Sudarshan Reddy had actually gone on to have direct interaction with the India Bloc and like-minded parties, MPs in the Central Hall yesterday. And he went on to also put forward his narrative, his pitch for the VP polls. Today, around 11:15, what we are given to understand that India Bloc MPs and the parties which are supporting Mr. Reddy's candidature, they will be assembling at Mr. Kharge's office in the parliament. And after that, once that attendance is full, you would see that all of the India Bloc MPs, like-minded parties, the non-BJP parties supporting Justice Reddy would be marching along with him. And they would go to RS 28 in the new parliament building, where the nomination process will be carried out. Now, 4 sets of documents have been already prepared. The signatures were already gathered yesterday itself. It would be quite interesting to see whether Justice Reddy would be carrying that copy of the Constitution, that red book in his hand even today, because yesterday when he was inside the Central Hall, he did show that copy and mentioned that till date I was upholding the Constitution. Now, if I'm given an opportunity, I will be defending and protecting the Constitution. So whether that symbolism of India Alliance, India Bloc will be also carried out today to show or send across a message to the people as well, because this is more about optics than about the VP polls. India Alliance also understands that they do not have the numbers. They did bring up Justice Reddy's name in order to put pressure on the Telugu parties, the TDP, the YSRCP as well as the BRS. This particular plan has flattened as far as the TDP and YSRCP is concerned. Congress believes that it is going to have a benefit in Andhra Pradesh because, quote-unquote, YSRCP has been exposed. They ally with the BJP whenever it is required. The BRS has not opened its card. So it's not about the numbers and elections. It was more about ideological battle that they wanted to put forward. And it would be interesting to see whether Justice Reddy would be carrying that copy of Constitution as he goes on to file his nomination in the new Parliament buildings, RS 28 today. Back to you.
All right. Well, right now he doesn't seem to have that copy on his person, is what at least I can understand. He's at the Parliament complex, flanked by opposition leaders and MPs. You saw him a short while ago with Mr. Kharge, Sonia Gandhi and others. So these visuals right now coming in.